In this video, I'll show you how to build a freelance pricing calculator in Framer using FramerForms calculators. I'm Georgia from Insert Frame. Let's go. So here's what we're building. A pricing calculator a freelance or agency could put right on their website. A potential client picks their project type, tells you how many pages they need, how many rounds of revisions, and how urgent it is, and the total updates live so that they can get an idea before they contact you. And the sky's the limits with calculators. We've built these in such a way that you can put some really advanced calculations and formulas in here to build a calculator you might need for your project. So let's build it. We'll just delete this off the canvas, and what we'll do is we'll go to the FramerForms plugin. Okay, and we'll go to calculators and we'll hit calculator, and we can see that it's dropped a form into our canvas. So we can just pull this where we want it. Okay, now let's start building. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so we've got a number input, we've got two number inputs, we have a drop down and a slider. So this is actually what we need to build our calculator, but if it wasn't, we could actually just go through the inputs that we've got available inside of the FramerForms plugin here. We've got quite a diverse range that you can use. Start building. Okay, so now the first thing that we'll do is we'll actually pull this drop down up the top, and we're actually going to name it project type. It's very important that we name each one of our inputs individually and not doubling up on names or naming them like input 1, because we'll actually reference the name of this input in our calculation, and it's very important that we name it correctly in our calculation and we're not creating any differences there. Okay, and the next thing that we'll do is we'll actually create the options. Now remember that each option is actually going to be referenced in our calculation as well, so we need to name these accordingly. So I just went ahead and named each one of my options. So I've named this landing pages, portfolio, full site, and e-commerce as the options. Now, as you can see here again, the value name of that option, and then this is the title. So this is what the website visitor customer will see, but this is actually what the name of the value is called. We also have some additional options here of different type, enabling, and is it default as well, which this one is default. After we've done that, we can also style this input any way we'd like, but we'll leave it as is for now. Now, the next thing that we'll do is we'll bring up the slider and we'll name this input pages, and we can also set the default amount, and default will be 2. We can also set a max, which the max for us will be 5, and we're not going to set a minimum, but you can, and you can also change the stepping as well, so you could make it 2, 4, 5, whatever you would need for your calculator. Okay, so now we'll go down to the number input that we have here, and we'll actually name this one revisions. Now we can set a placeholder if we'd like, which is what you would see inside of the input itself, but we'll leave it as is for now. Now we can delete this last input here that we don't need, but we are missing one thing for my calculator. We need some buttons, so we'll look through the plugin and we'll drag in buttons, and here we'll name our button input urgency, and we've got to again set the options just like we did for the drop down, making sure that these value names are correct for our calculation. So we'll set standard, and we'll also make the title standard as well, and we'll also set rush, and the title will be rush as well. Now I'll note as well that you can add images if you would like, but for today we don't need that, and we'll remove the third option because we only need the 2. We can also change the layout, which will decrease the columns to be 2. Now let's go to our answer display. That's where the calculation will be shown. So we have 2 options. We have basic and advanced. Now basic is a simple function or formula. It's just A plus B. Now A would be A input and B would be B input. So just using the name of these inputs, and that's why it's very important to get the names correct. So for our calculator today, we actually need an advanced calculation, which don't be afraid by the name advanced. It just means realistically more than 2. Okay, and if you haven't got a formula created, you can just go to our JavaScript generator and you can put in the name of your inputs. the name of the options within those inputs, and it will generate you a math equation here with the help of you letting it know what you want to calculate. Now I've went ahead and created my calculation using my JavaScript tool, and it's going to be project type and then urgency and revisions. Now from here, what we need to do is we actually need to put in the map values. So actually telling the calculator what each one of these options is worth. So how much is a landing page worth? How much is an e-commerce page worth? How much is 2 revisions worth? So that's where we can do this here. So I'll name this project type, which is our first input here. And we can also set that if it doesn't match any of the options that we're going to set, it is always worth 500 at a minimum. Now in here, that's where we're going to go through and actually set each one of these options. So for example, portfolio, and my portfolio site would be worth 800. And for my landing page, it would be worth 500. And we just continue going through until we have numbered each one of our options. Okay, so I've went ahead and finished adding all of my options to my answer display. Now let me show you what I've done. So I have put each option in here and given it a value, as you can see. And I've also added my urgency buttons, so my buttons here, and I've given them values as well. So standard is worth 1 and rush is worth 1.5. And the reason I've done 1 and 1.5 is because it will be timesing that number by standard and rush pricing. And we also have the option to put multi-select if we'd like, and also if nothing matches, we're always going to have 1. So that's my calculator set and ready to go. Now, if I wanted to, which I have, we can actually set some prefix and suffix rules. So I've always put that fallback is 300 at a minimum, and the estimated cost, I've changed the prefix to be estimated cost and then the $sign. We can also set a limited minimum and a limited maximum as well. I've also went ahead and put some text above my inputs to make my calculator make sense for my website visitor. And if I hit play, we can actually see that the calculation works in real time. And that's basically it. If we wanted to set this to only show on submit, we could also do that. I hope you've enjoyed this FramerForms tutorial and that you try calculators in FramerForms. And if you're interested in FramerForms, you can find the links below. Until next time, happy building.